G'day guys, welcome back, welcome to Pouring Your Heart Out. I'm going to do a 3D flower, but I'm going to change something up a little bit just to see what happens. You know how I usually do my white with the Castin Craft and the Pinata white ink. I'm going to do that, but then I'm also going to do some gold petals with this Mehron gold and a bit of gold ink. See what happens, because I have tried putting the white in with gold, but it just makes like a caramel color, so I'm not going to add any white to it. So I'm not expecting amazing petals from it, but I think that the mixture of the gold with the white petal could be really pretty, really sparkly. So yeah, just gonna see how that works. My resin has been sitting for 25 minutes so far. So I'm going to measure it out and decant it now, and then I will wait another 20 minutes, so 45 minutes all up. Now that's with this particular brand, the Platinum Ultra Clear. Each brand of resin's different, so the thinner ones you have to wait. Oh no, I shouldn't say that. The resins that set faster, you don't have to wait as long. The resins that take a lot longer to set, you have to wait longer. But anyway, you guys can work it out depending on what resin you're using. This one sets pretty quick. So let's do, because I'm doing two colors, I'm going to do 20 grams in each. Probably don't even need that actually. Normally I use 30 grams, so maybe we'll just do maybe 15 and 15, hey? Because we don't need a lot, it's just one little coaster. There's no point wasting the resin. There we go, 15 and 15. So that's one for my white, one for my gold. I can move that away now, don't need that anymore. And then I want to do a gold center, so I'm just using this Resin. It's called Champagne. It's not a very bright gold. This this Mehron powder, so that's the color of it. Like, it's not a very yellow gold, so I thought it would look nice with that glitter. So I always check my golds to make sure, you know, that they're going to look nice together. So let's add a little bit of glitter, and again, we don't need a lot. It's only a little tiny center, so make sure you don't add too much resin either. Just put a little drizzle in first, otherwise you're going to end up having it too runny, and then you're going to have to add more, and it's just a waste. So really just enough just to do your center, and we'll put just a tiny bit more in because I lose a lot of it stuck to the bottom of the cup. I'm stuck to the jar. Alright, so that's that there. Make sure that I've got enough, and then I'll tip the rest into my coaster mold. So if I cover that, try and cover the bottom of that, and I pull my stick through. Actually, that's probably not a very good example because I haven't got very much in there. If I had more resin in there, it would close up faster. Anyway, let's do that. Now the rest of it is going in here, and I've dropped some glitter in. Glitter gets everywhere, doesn't it? Alright, so we'll pour the rest in. There's another bit of glitter. Get out. Don't want it in the middle, but I don't want it on the sides. So I'm only going to fill this coaster up about, I don't know, a third to half. Because if it works, I'll do a top layer. Probably don't even need that much, actually. What's that? Oh, no, a bit more. Might as well use it up. I used, what did I use? I used 85 grams of part A and 40 grams of part B. Because, and I know that I can weigh it now, and I'm going to get the results that I want, because I know from experience that A weighs more than B, and I've just calculated how much to use. Just wondering if that's going to be enough in there. I've got a tiny bit of resin left in my bowl here. I don't want to waste it. I'm just going to add another 5 grams to each, so I've got 20 grams. No, it's not doing anything. It's not recording anything. Look. All right. I'm just going to pour some in here. I think that's about 5 grams. It's going to 0. Oh my gosh. All right, that's 23. That's 22. Minus the cup. Whatever the cup weighs. All right, let's clean off my stick. So now I've just got a bit of time to wait. So I'll clean that stick off. I will clean my little container out. And then I can use him again next time. Like so. Let me just chuck that in the bin. Now, if you've got resin on your gloves, you can grab a wet wipe, put some alcohol on it. This is 99% isopropyl, and then you can clean your gloves or your hands, depending on where you've got the resin. Okay, so there we go, nice and clean. All right, now the next thing we want to do is pop some bubbles. Just make sure that if you've got resin on your gloves, don't brush the hair out of your face or anything, okay? Because you could possibly get resin on your face. And if you're like me, and if I get resin on my skin, it turns into a red itchy blotch. So just be careful. And I've got a piece of hair sitting right there that I want to move, but I can't. Right, let's start with the white. I've got some bubbles in there because I scraped my bowl. So we have got 20 grams of resin, and I'm going to do 3 drops. 1, 2, 3 drops of the Pinata white, and 1 drop of, sorry, not Pinata, Castin Craft white, and 1 drop of Pinata alcohol ink. I like the way the alcohol ink just makes everything kind of float. So that's that one. Just going to come around the back and make sure that we're still taping. Yes, we are. While I stir, 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 I can feel this starting to get warm. That's why I have decanted it rather than leaving it in its bowl. I've decanted. Right, so that's our white. Now the gold. Obviously I can't do 3 drops. So let's just do, I don't know. Let's just do a little bit. How's that look? And I've never used, oh, it's got a little ball in it. I can hear it shake. I've never done this before with the mica powder and the ink together, so I don't know what it's going to do. Ah, get out. Can't get the lid off. It's stuck. There we go. All right. 1 drop. It's probably not going to do very much at all, is it? But I did 1 drop in the white, so 1 drop in the gold. Look at it. Changed a lot, didn't it, from the top to like it was sitting on the top. Now that I've mixed it in, it's changed color a lot. Let's see what that does, hey? Look, it might bloom, it might turn into flowers. I don't know. It probably won't, But then, you know, if I add the white into that, it's not going to be gold anymore. It's just going to be this icky beige color. Let me move everything out of the way. Wipe up my glitter. No, glitter's not easy to wipe up, is it? All right, let me check these. I want to make sure that they're not getting too hot. So we've got everything sitting there ready to go. Okay, so what's the time now? 10 more minutes. 10 more minutes. So I will be back in about 5 minutes. And it's warm. It's hard to tell because there's only a little bit in the bottom of the cup there, as opposed to the top of the cup. I find it really funny when people say, just fill the bottom of your mold. Like, yeah, are you going to fill the top of the mold? I just think that's really funny. Fill the bottom of your mold. Okay, let's just leave that, and I'll be back in 5 minutes. Rightio, I am back. It has actually been 45 minutes. I'm just gonna see what it looks like if I pipe at 50. So I've got 5 minutes now to get the rest of this organized. My resin's leaving a mound on a mound. It's much thicker than it was before. It's still not hot, it's just warm, and that's because it's been sitting in a, you know, in a little cup, in a shallow cup. There's not very much of it in there, so it's not deep is what I'm trying to say. If you had a really deep amount of resin, it tends to go off a lot faster. If you've got a little thin amount, it doesn't. So that's my white. That's my gold. So I'm going to do the gold in the center, the gold glitter, and then I'm going to do some small gold petals, and then I'm going to do the bigger white petals over the top. Because when you turn it upside down, the gold petals, I want them on the front. You know what I mean? So there's no point doing them on the top here. I want them on the other side, so when you flip them over, the gold is what you'll see first. So there's my gold, there's my white. This is nice and thick and sticky now, look. Just sort of blobs there. And hopefully I haven't left it too long. If you don't leave your resin long enough to sit and thicken up, when you do pipe it, the paste is too heavy and it just falls through the thin resin. If on the other hand you leave it too long, then your coloured paste is really thick and it won't spread. So it's a fine line, it really is. It's not easy to do. Now I'm going to make a slightly smaller hole. I'm going to do like a 3mm hole this time. It's not coming out quite fast enough. It's probably about 4mm. And I'll just cut them so that the stream coming out is about the same. Alrighty, are you ready? It's not quite centered. Ah, doesn't matter. Now it is coming up to 50 minutes now, so let's do some piping. So the first layer is just going to be about halfway up in the gold. I'm going to take my time. I tend to rush, and there's no rush. There we go. Oh, didn't use much, did I? Look at that. All that wasted. All right, now the white. Just sort of randomly over the top. I want to try not to touch the edge of the coaster. Because sometimes the resin like folds back onto itself if you touch the end of the coaster there. And it looks like a weird little lip. Oops, I touched that one. Okay, so there we go. Got a lot of gold left, a little bit of white left. Wipe my hands, get my heat gun out, give it a bit of a heat, not much, try not to do too much, because you've just waited a while, 50 minutes, for your resin to thicken, so you don't want to melt it again now by making it too thin. Alright, that's all I'm doing. Put it away, woman. Now, I've got one little area there that's touching. I'm just making it worse. Alright, hopefully it'll fly back in. Alright, so now we just have to wait. I'm not going to torch it anymore. I'm just going to wait and see what happens. Hopefully my timing's okay. That was 50 minutes to the start of piping. Crossing my fingers and my toes, and we'll just wait. Please work, please work, please work. I shouldn't have fiddled with that petal. Now it's probably going to make it worse. Alright, is it doing anything yet? Alright, actually I won't take my gloves off yet. Let me just clean up real quick. And then I will take my gloves off and we'll go down for a close-up. There's no point me taking my gloves off and then taking you in for a close-up. Do this first, chuck that out, take my gloves off. Now I've got clean hands. And let's go and have a look, see what it's doing, hey? Just going to turn off my ring light. Okay. It's not doing a lot. Oh, look at the gold. Gold's moving. Is the white moving? A little bit. I wonder if I waited too long. Oh, look at the gold though. Wowzers. I mean, it is blooming. Look at that. Look at the white. It is thickening up, like it's blooming. All right. Oh my gosh. It's always nerve-wracking, isn't it, when you do one of these and you have to wait. All right, I'm going to come back in half an hour and we'll see what it's doing back then. I'm back. It's been about 20 minutes. I have to take 2 puppies to the vet today for their shots, so I had a shower. Quick shower. All right. Whoa. Dropping the container. Let's have a look. Oh, wow. Look. The side's blooming more. There's some areas that aren't blooming as much. I'll be careful I don't put my hair in it because my hair's down. Okay. Well, it's not doing as much as I thought. Maybe I didn't give it enough heat. See, some areas, like that one hasn't bloomed as much, whereas down here has a lot more. Look at the gold. The gold's doing really well. I wasn't expecting it to do anything. So, I guess there's 2 ways of looking at this. I would have liked the white to bloom a little bit more, but in saying that, when I do my background, you'll be able to see it much more because I've got all these gaps. Do you know what I mean? So, I just wish it had bloomed a little bit more. I have to look back on my video. Actually, when I came up here, the resin was sitting a bit longer, but look, it's only a few seconds. I'm putting it down to heat. Maybe I heated it more here because it's closer to me and not as much up there. but it's looking really pretty. Can't wait to see the other side. So in a few hours, I'll come and do a background. What color will I do? I'll have to think about that, what color to do. That's tricky. Or maybe just leave it clear. I don't know. I'll have a think about it. All right, I'll see you soon. I'm back. I actually got caught up yesterday, so this is the next day. I didn't get a chance to do it. Well, I probably could have, but I just thought, oh, I've had enough pouring for one day. I'm just going to go and watch a movie. So I did. Now, I have decided to do black for the background. I was thinking about putting some gold into it, but then I thought, no, I've got the gold petals. I'm going to do gold around the outside. I think it's just better if I just use black. So that's what I'm going to do. This is the Resin, and it is black pearl. So I'm hoping that it'll give me a bit of a shine, you know, rather than just having like a matte black. See how that goes. Yeah, so the pearl, hopefully that will give me a nice little shimmer. Let's mix that in. I do want it quite opaque, so I may have to add more, we'll see. Clean the stick to get it all off the stick. I'm really looking forward to turning this one out. I guess I'm a little bit disappointed that my petals didn't bloom like this all the way around. I do think maybe I didn't give that as much heat because I was trying not to overheat, because sometimes I do overheat them with the hairdryer or the blow gun, heat gun. Oh my gosh, what's the thing called? Alright, I think that's pretty good. See, this is what I was going to add some of this to it. I wonder what it looks like. Let's just see what it looks like. Let's put a tiny bit of that in there. This, I made up 45 grams of part A and 20 grams of part B. Let's just... How am I going to do this? Wipe the stick off. I'm going to use the back of my stick actually. Let's put a little bit in. I don't want it blowing into my mold. I wonder what it looks like. It's tempting. It's tempting, but I don't think I will do it. It's not quite opaque, is it? You can still see through it a little bit. So it gives you a little bit of a glimmer. And that is pretty, isn't it? You just use a tiny little amount. No, I'm not going to. I'm going to stick with my original idea. You can go over there. I will add a little bit more black though, just to get it a bit more opaque. And then maybe we'll use this one another time, because it is really pretty. The only concern I have with using the glitter, and just thinking out loud now, is because the glitter is heavy, it's going to fall to the back. You're not going to see, when you flip this over, you won't see so much black. You'll mainly see gold because it's fallen through, and I don't want that. I just want you to see the black. I want the petals to really stand out against the black background. So that's my theory, my thought, my train of thought. I know some people like to listen to the cogs in my brain, how they work. All right, let's pour this on. My torch is in the other room again. I keep using it in the other room when I'm making my silicone molds because I popped the bubbles. Probably didn't need all of that. I should change my little note to say I don't need all of that. Okay, well there you go. Nothing terribly exciting to see there. I'm going to pop the bubbles, and I'll come back later on today and we'll do the unmolding. So excited for this one. I'm back. I probably should have waited a little bit longer, but I'm too keen. I touched it over there and it was still sticky a couple of hours ago. Let's see if I can get it out. It's still quite soft, but yeah, I just want to see what it looks like. Probably should wait though, but I just can't. I can't wait any longer. I'll just file those bits. Let's get it out. Let's get it out. Let's get it out. I'm so impatient. I just can't wait any longer. Oh, this side's coming out better. This side's still a bit sticky almost. Alrighty. Oh, I hope it's pretty. If it works out, I'm going to edge it with my gold Deco color pen. Okay, here we go. Are you ready? Oh my gosh, oh, I'm so excited. Ooh, look at the sides. Look, there's stuff happening in there. Right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh, shut the front door. Look at that. Wow, that is amazing. Oh wow, what do you think? Wow, it's so pretty. There's my little bit that's still soft. Look at that. Wow, 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 wow. Didn't I do a good job of matching the glitter to this gold? I can't believe the gold has done that all on its own. You know, I do need to try not to put gold behind my glitter. You know how I go up like this and then I come into the middle, up and into the middle. I need to come up and then like stop there, I think, so that I don't get like blobby bits. But oh look, I don't know. When you're doing it, you know, you're just doing it. You don't think about other things. You just think about getting it done. Oh my golly gosh. Wowzers. That is amazing. Oh, I'm going to do this again, but I'm going to wait only 45 minutes instead of 50 because I think my resin, my white resin, was a little bit on the thick side, so it hasn't really bloomed a lot. Either that or, like, I did quite thin petals, maybe because I made a smaller hole than I would normally do. Oh my gosh! I wonder what it looks like with the lights turned off. Hang on one sec. Oh, that's with the overhead lights turned off, so it's not so glary. Still a bit glary because I've got a window there. Look at the sparkle in the black there. It is it sparkle? It could be bubbles. I don't know. It looks really pretty though. I should do that. I should put like, it might just, I think it's just the sparkle from the black because it's a black pearl. It's so pretty. I just can't believe it. What do you think? I love it so much. All right, enough of me waffling on. I'm gonna paint the edge in gold. Oh, I could do that now actually, couldn't I? I could do that now. Here we go. Because I don't have to worry about the back. I'll just sand that later because it's a bit soft. I'll sand it later. This is the side that we are going to be looking at. Move that lid out of the way. I'll just push that a bit, I think, to get some more paint to come down. It's not as bright as I would like it to be. So just give it a push. And I tried when I was doing my petals, I tried not to like touch the edge of the mold. I touched it once just there and see how it makes a little blob on the end, whereas the others have just got beautiful petals on the end. So that's why I was trying not to touch the side of the mold. But you know, things don't always go to plan, do they? You can plan on doing something, but it doesn't always go that way. We'll just do our best. Hope you guys like this. I think this might be my new favorite. Oh my gosh. Okay, you can wipe it off. If you do that, you can wipe it off. I will get some acetone. All right, try and concentrate. I'm trying to watch through my screen as well as watching what I'm doing here. Might make that little line a bit thicker actually than I would normally do. Go around twice, hey? Make it a little bit thicker just to really emphasize that gold. You don't have to, you can make the little edge, you know, as thick or as thin as you want to. But yeah, I just think it needs, it's quite a big coaster. Not that you'd use it as a coaster. It'd just be really pretty on a plate stand somewhere. It's done! Look at it! It's done! Yay! Love it. Let me know in the comments below what you think of it, if you like it, if you don't like it, whether I should go again. Definitely go again. That was so much fun. All right, look at that. 5-6 minutes of me waffling on. Thanks for watching, you guys. Love you all. I'll see you for the next one. Bye for now.